Good evening, everyone. It is 8:35. It is December the 21st, 2018. We're going to go over some earthquakes, and then I'll do another video on the update on the tropical cyclones because that'll take too long, okay? First of all, there was a 4.3 Chile at 50 miles in depth. Now, that was on the EMSC and the Chile Earthquake Center. There was a 5.0 Vanuatu Island region at 6.2 miles in depth, but the HKO had it at a 5.2, so that was downgraded, okay? There was a 3.3 Cummins at Australia at 6.2 miles in depth, and that was on the Australian Earthquake Center. There was a 4.4 Russia at offshore at 6.2 miles in depth. There was a 4.7 New Ireland region, Papua New Guinea at 231 miles in depth. There was a 4.4 Afghanistan-Tajikistan border region at 6.0 miles in depth. Now those two were on the GFZ and the EMSC. There was a 4.6 Fiji Island region at 342 miles in depth. There was a 2.8 California-Nevada border region at 3.3 miles in depth. Now I'm going to give you some smaller earthquakes here now in the United States. There was a 2.7 Central Texas at 3.1 miles in depth. There was a 1.7 excuse me, Missouri at 4.9 miles in depth. There was a 1.3 Wyoming at 2.8 miles in depth. There was a 1.6 Montana at 0 miles in depth. A 1.3 Nevada at 4.7 miles in depth. Tennessee had two of them. 2.2 at 12 miles in depth and a 2.1 at 12.7 miles in depth. This just came in. It was a 4.1 off the Gulf of California at 3.7 miles in depth. Let me see what that one was. That one was a 4.2 Mexico. I'll have to get the depth on that and put it in the description box. That's what I have for earthquakes, guys. I hope you have yourself a great afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are totally awesome. I'll be putting up the next video just less than a minute or so on tropical cyclones. Have a safe evening. You guys are awesome.